Hey guys, I'm back, and today's story is called Amazing Grace, and it is written by Mary Hoffman and Caroline Binch, and it is also a Reading Rainbow book. Okay, looking at this book, the picture on the front, what do you think it's going to be about? Hmm. Wonder what Grace is going to do. Let's see, let's look at the back. Looks like she's dancing back there. On the back it says, Grace can do anything she puts her mind to. So let's check it out. Amazing Grace. Who do you think she's sitting on the couch with? Grace was a girl who loved stories. She didn't mind if they were read to her or told to her or made up in her own head. She didn't care if they were in books or movies or out of Nana's long memory. Grace just loved stories. After she had heard them, and sometimes while they were still going on, Grace would act them out. And she always gave herself the most exciting part. So that's Nana she's sitting with. Grace went into battle as Joan of Arc and wove a wicked web as Anansi the spider. Here's Joan of Arc over here. And over here, she's Anansi the spider. Grace loves to pretend. Look what Grace is doing. She hid inside the wooden horse at the gates of Troy. She went exploring for lost kingdoms. She sailed the seven seas with a peg leg and a parrot. Who do you think she is here? She was Hiawatha, sitting by the shining big sea water, and Mowgli in the backyard jungle. So here, she's a character from the Jungle Book. And over here, she's dressed as a Native American. Most of all, Grace loved to act out adventure stories and fairy tales. When there was no one else around, Grace played all the parts herself. She set out to seek her fortune with no companion but her trusty cat, and found a city with streets paved in gold. Or she was Aladdin, rubbing his magic lamp to make the genie appear. What do you think she's trying to pretend to be here? Sometimes she could get Ma and Nana to join in when they weren't too busy. Then she was Dr. Grace, and their lives were in her hands. So she wrapped bandages on their heads. Where's she at now? She's in school. One day, Grace's teacher said they would do the play Peter Pan. Grace knew who she wanted to be. When she raised her hand, Raj said, "You can't be Peter. That's a boy's name." But Grace kept her hand up. "You can't be Peter Pan," whispered Natalie. "He isn't black." But Grace kept her hand up. "All right," said the teacher. "Lots of you want to be Peter Pan, so we'll have auditions next week to choose parts." She gave them words to learn. So did Grace give up? Did she listen to the other kids so far? No. When Grace got home, she seemed sad. "What's the matter?" asked Ma. "Raj said I can't be Peter Pan because I'm a girl." "That just shows what Raj knows," said Ma. "A girl can be Peter Pan if she wants to." Grace cheered up. Then later she remembered something else. "Natalie says I can't be Peter Pan because I'm black," she said. Ma looked angry, but before she could speak, Nana said, "It seems that Natalie is another one who don't know nothing. You can be anything you want, Grace, if you put your mind to it." Why do you think Grace's mom got mad. Here we go. On Saturday, Nana told Grace they were going out. In the afternoon, they caught a bus and train into town. Nana took Grace to a grand theater. The sign outside read, Rosalie Wilkins in Romeo and Juliet in sparkling lights. Are we going to the ballet, Nana? Asked Grace. We are, honey. But first, I want you to look at this picture. Grace looked up and saw a beautiful young ballerina in a tutu. Above the dancer, it said, Stunning New Juliet. Look at the picture. What color skin tone does the ballet dancer have? She has brown skin, just like Grace. And remember, they said she couldn't be Peter Pan because she had brown skin. So let's see what happens. This one is little Rosalie from back home in Trinidad, said Nana. Her granny and me, we grew up together on the island. She's always asking me, do I want tickets to see her Rosalie dance? So this time I said yes. After the ballet, Grace played the part of Juliet, dancing around her room in her imaginary tutu. I can be anything I want, she thought. On Monday, the class met for auditions to choose who was best for each part. When it was Grace's turn to be Peter, she knew exactly what to do and all the words to say. She had been Peter Pan all weekend. She took a deep breath and imagined herself flying. When it was time to vote, the class chose Raj to be Captain Hook and Natalie to be Wendy. There was no doubt who would be Peter Pan. Everyone voted for Grace. You were fantastic, whispered Natalie. There's Grace. And isn't Natalie the one that said something bad earlier as to why Grace couldn't be Peter Pan? I think she changed her mind. Oh, look at that. Look how pretty. The play was a big success, and Grace was an amazing Peter Pan. After it was all over, she said, I feel as if I could fly all the way home. You probably could, said Ma. Yes, said Nana. If Grace put her mind to it, she can do anything she wants. The end. Okay, guys, now let's read some questions to see what you remember from the story Amazing Grace. Okay, in the story, Grace went into battle as Joan of who? Joan of Arc. What did Grace love to do all the time? Grace loved to act out stories, plays, anything. Grace pretended to be what? Remember, she was pretending to be Anansi the spider. Her companion was her cat. A companion is a friend. So her little friend in the story was her cat. So if no one was around to act out with her, Grace would act out by herself or play with her cat. Who told Grace she couldn't be Peter? It was two kids in her class, remember? Raj and Natalie. But boy, did she prove them wrong. Her Nana said Grace could be anything she wanted to be. So Nana took Grace where? What play did they go see? Or it was a ballet of Romeo and Juliet. Grace got the part of who in the play? Was she Captain Hook? Was she Wendy? Was she Peter Pan? Grace got the part of Peter Pan. Okay. So in the story, Grace just loved having fun and loved pretending. But she didn't let those two classmates get in her head and tell her that she couldn't do what she wanted to do. Okay, and it was good that her mom and her nana told her that she can be anything that she wanted to be, and they showed her that she continued on and practiced. She practiced all weekend, and guess who she got to be? She got to be Peter Pan. So don't you give up if you want something. You got to work for it, and don't let anyone's words interfere with what you want to do. Okay, so that was kind of Amazing Grace, because she didn't give up and she was just a happy little girl and kept going on. And there is another story to this, and it's called Boundless Grace. And I will read that next time so we can see what happens with Boundless Grace. So thanks for tuning in. See ya.